My name is Judith Duran, and this is week 2 over a national discussion issue. This is my audience.
Hi, Dina.
Okay. Ready, set, go. Wah! Wah! Now, who knows who makes that noise? Babies do. And so I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the beauty of babies and how much our society values them and how awful it would be if we thought of them getting sick or getting hurt and how instinctively we fight for them and fight to make things better. And so in the ways that child sickness arises with a national topic comes with the research that recently was conducted as reported by Rob Stein, the author of Proposed Treatment to Fix Genetic Diseases Raises Ethical Issues. And so what we're going to be talking about is new medical procedures and how the genetic enhancement of children invokes questions of safety, parental challenges, and the concepts of designer babies. And so the issue is that there were two groups conducting research, the Columbia University Medical Center and the Oregon Health and Science University. And what they were able to do was take the DNA from a mom and put it into a healthy mitochondrial cell. And so essentially what was happening is that babies, were getting sick from diseases that are passed through mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondria is found within our cells. And so apparently, according to the New York Times, Marcy Darnovsky reports that 1,000 to 4,000 children are born with mitochondrial diseases. Now, this is a real issue, but what this research was able to do was isolate those genes, replace them, and they were actually able to make human embryos and eventually able to birth baby monkeys through the process. And now the question of safety comes up with, is this a safe process? And so they went to the FDA to get approval to begin clinical trials. And Dr. Evan Snyder of the Sanford Burnham Medical Research Institute in La Jolla, California, remarks that there wasn't enough evidence to support, there wasn't enough data to support human trials. And so they did propose some further questions of how, what could happen, things to pursue to further determine if these trials can be safe. Now, side note, this article also talks about how Britain is not outlawing these clinical trials. So if things fail in America, you never know how it'll go for Britain. But Dr. Dieter Egley from the New York Stem Cell Foundation remarks that we have developed a technique that would allow women to have a child that is not affected by this disease, and yet the child would be related to her genetically. And he works with diabetes regurgitating cells and stem cell research and things of that nature, which qualifies him for this area of expertise. And so he's claiming that it's safe. The FDA isn't sure. And another thing that comes up with the possibility of genetically enhancing children is the challenges parents would face. In Jason Borenstein's The Wisdom of Caution, Genetic Enhancement in Future Children, he basically states that parents would be coerced into the overwhelming population making the decision to genetically modify, and thus parents would feel the pressure to keep up. And now the issues that are faced here is that genetic enhancement would be a direct reflection of wealth, essentially. And so then you have these two groups of people dividing even further and developing further. Which brings us to the next issue of designer babies. Julian Savulescu, who, get ready for this because this guy is qualified, is the chair of practical ethics at the University of Oxford. He's the face for genetically enhancing, basically. He speaks all over the world for these things, including TED Talks to CNN and things of that nature. He's the editor of the Journal of Medical Ethics, and he wrote an article called New Breeds of Humans, The Moral Obligation to Enhance, published by Ethics, Law, and Moral Philosophy of Reproductive Biomedicine in 2005. And basically he says we are morally obligated to be better. And so he's for whatever it costs, whatever it takes, he's for genetically enhancing to improve the human condition, which is in alignment with the transhumanistic view. And now he has a buddy, this Julian guy named Michael Sandel. And Michael Sandel refuted him and said, you know what, all these things are great, like eradicating diseases, making us stronger, more intelligent, it's fine. But realistically speaking, we probably won't eradicate anything that we don't want to. Like giving people better genes isn't going to make them better overall. Like they'll still have their same struggles and things of that nature. And so Michael Sandel also mentions about the possibility, as do other people, that the gene pool could become stagnant if we do begin genetically enhancing. And then thus eventually humans would stop evolving. Theoretically, like this is way down the line. But so that's the question we face with this moral issue of like, will we allow the eradicating of diseases in mitochondria? Because if we say yes to that, then we eventually say yes to we open the door to the possibilities of genetically enhancing all of these areas. So in conclusion, the mitochondrial research would open the door. It's in the preliminary stages of proven to be safe. So I wouldn't 100% say that it's safe. Parents will be pressured, and unequal opportunity will be affirmed in a strict way, and designer babies would possibly be inevitable, just like wealthy people send their kids to private school. So will we or will we not advance? That's the real question.
Everyone's still here, Dina. No one stuck out, including my roommate who's still here. Don't you get away! Dina, Judith is one of my besties. You need to give her a really good grade. Love you, see ya, bye.